Hello everybody, my name is Dr. John Oda, and thank you so much for coming today. Today is Motivational Monday. I'm Jazz. We're going to focus on Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. This book, I read it 30 years ago, and tell you, either the book has changed in the 30 years, or I gotten smarter. I think it's either or. Anyway, here it goes. We're going to focus on the chapter called Faith. I'm going to do my introduction of who I am. My name is Dr. John Oda. I have been in the personal development field, mental health field for the past 30 some odd years. I've done over 2 decades of business coaching and business growth. I call myself an ultimate business growth strategist. What that means is that I do clinical as well as business growth, and I combine it together. I work with some of the greatest business minds in the world, from Tony Robbins and late Chet Holmes and Jay Abraham. And when you work with Tony Robbins, you work with all the people, right? So you work with the Gary V's and the Brendan Burchards and the Keith Cunninghams and the Scott Holmans, and God, the list goes on. So my certifications, I got them in motivational interview and cognitive therapy and DBT and neuro-linguistic programming. I'm a master trainer, hypnosis, literally everything. My goal is, my mom always taught me, and parents, they taught me, the more you learn is the more you earn. So I'm literally a reader. I read, and you can see the books that I've read in the back. I've done everything. I wanted to do something to give back. And what I do is this thing called a Motivational Monday. I coined it. I mentioned it about 30 years ago, 20 years ago when I used to live in 25. Anyway, years ago, because I was doing mental health. And the patients come on Monday, they're just so down, and oh my God, we have to come here again. So I said, man, let's do Motivational Monday. Every Monday, let's teach you something. And what I want to teach you guys is more something on Think and Grow Rich. That book is amazing. Napoleon Hill was working for Andrew Carnegie, and Andrew Carnegie was this, he made steel. He didn't know much about it, but he was steel, and he was one of the big leaders in the world. But of course, he learned about it. And Andrew Carnegie had these principles already, but Andrew said it's just principles. What I want you to do, I want you to do the research for 20 years. I'm not going to pay you anything. I will introduce you to some of the best of the best, from like a Thomas Edison and John D. Rockefeller and Wrigley and the Wright brothers. So he met literally Edison, Einstein. He met literally everybody, right? I have a question for you. If the richest man in the world would ask you that, what would you say? Would you say, are you freaking kidding me? Are you not paying me nothing? Napoleon said it took him about 29 seconds. He said, let's do it. But he said so much negative stuff came inside his head. I'm from a humble guy. I'm not this X, Y, and Z. But he did it. But he spent 20 years of doing the research of that Andrew Carnegie actually thought it was right. And of course, these principles is Andrew Carnegie. And the principles is amazing. So we're going to focus on right now is the chapter on faith. If you are religious, which is great, or if you believe in God or Buddha or Yahweh or Allah, whoever that you believe in, this chapter is going to be great for you, because it's going to show you how to activate your faith. Some of us, and I grew up Catholic. My grandfather was a Baptist minister, so I understand the Bible and the preaching. I have a family member that's Muslim, so we have a lot of different religions, which is great. Belief systems, but it all come back, and then everyone says have faith, and I'm like, damn, what is faith? Reading this book so much, I understand it, and hopefully I can convey it for you so you can understand it as well. Let's start the chapter on called Motivational Monday. I'm going to read some of my charts is back there, so if I go over there, it's not I'm blowing you off. I'm just trying to read. I don't have my glasses on today, so let's go for it. What is faith? Right? What is faith? Right? I think faith blended in a vibration. And the vibration can be a negative one or a positive one. Most people have a negative vibration. When you have that negative vibration, it attracts negative things. And people always say, why do these bad things ever happen to me? And my biggest thing, my first thing that jumps in my mind was, how was your vibration? What was your thoughts? A thought is a vibration. A word is a vibration. It's a vibration. It's vibrating throughout. So what is your vibration? Right? When I'm working with people in business, right, and they says, John, sales are down, or X, Y, and Z, I said, what are your thoughts? Because your thoughts, your words, and your actions are creative, or else the right activity is creative, right? So what are these things? I'm not sure, right? But here it goes. Faith, love, sex are the most powerful emotions, which I literally agree with, right? When they are mixed with the proper vibration, miracles take place. Miracles happen. If you look at any successful man, there's a great successful woman right by his side. They said in Think and Grow Rich, most people get their success when they get the ages of, those back in the day, between 40 and 60. I think nowadays it's between 40 and 70. And the reason why I say this is this. When you're at that age, you should have already found your mate, right? And you should have been with your mate, because when you're younger, you're going to run the streets and do whatever it takes, right? But when you get up to a certain age, you should be like, hey, I'm done with this running around stages. I found a good woman and X, Y, and Z. But every successful man or woman, they have a great mate, right? How to develop faith. Faith is a state of mind. Woo! Okay, let's do this again. Faith is a state of mind. When you repeat it with the feelings and the emotions and condition your subconscious mind, that's when success starts. Let's read this one more time. Faith is a state of mind. When repeated with the feelings and the emotions, and when it conditions over and over and over again, that's when you have success. So what happens when you have negativity, the anger, the non-forgiveness, trust issues? Those are the emotions of that you're going over and over and over and over it. And that's what's going to actually create it inside your life. Does that make sense? Yes or yes? So here it goes. When I worked in the mental health field, right? I worked there for 17 years. Those were the most smartest kids in the world. Most of my kids that I work with were more of, they said, at risk. For me, all kids are at risk. These kids was more in the, it was the Chicagoland area kids, right? So they're more in the DCFS court system kids. So they came up with a rough background, right? Single parent at times. Sometimes they did have parents, but the parents was never really around. The kids were more into the gangs and everything else, right? So it was a different mindset and a different strategy that they're actually working with. But I was actually listening to these kids. So we focus on getting these kids better, right? And doing strategies and work with them. And a lot of times these kids is what say, my mom told me I'd be just like my dad, a bum, never is resort to anything. And I'm be just like dad in prison. Did you know these parents will say this every day, over and over and over and over, with feelings and with emotions? Guys, guess what happened? If you guess that these kids went to prison or to juvie, they did. Why? Because that's what, when people say something to you over and over and over again, I have a question. It's for you. Have you ever told yourself a lie? And you said something over and over and over and over and over again, and you believed it? All right? The exact same thing with these kids. They heard it so much from their parents, from their teachers, from the doctors, from everybody. They believed it. And that's what they manifest. So let's reverse that. If you would take that same concept, right, and opposed of being in the negative way, be in the positive way, you can create a miracle as well. But it's all about the vibration. It's all about the energy level that you actually have, right? So the question that I have is for you, do you pray? When you pray, do you have negativity like it might happen? Or you hope it happened, or you wish it happened, or you think it's going to happen? If you have any of those things, your prayers probably won't be answered. But have you ever prayed and you knew without a doubt that guess what? Your prayers are going to be answered. You expected it. I have another question for you. When you go to work and you get paid every 2 weeks, do you hope you get paid? Do you wish you get paid? Or do you expect to get paid? You expect it. And guess what happened? It pretty much be inside your bank account, or you get checks however that you get as do your stuff. When you really pray, do you expect that God's going to bless you? Do you have an expectation? But here it goes about faith, guys. Sometimes it can be a day, a month, a year, 10 years, 20 years. Are you going to still have that same faith? Most people won't. Most people will make a freaking excuse and act like that it's not going to happen. Right? So the question that I have is for you. When someone say, pray for me, and they have cancer, do you really believe that it's going to happen? Or do you just say it? Or when you have cancer, do you believe that you can be healed? It's all about the words, your thoughts, and your actions. Thoughts and all this stuff is a vibration. That's what I watch, what I say, and how I say things. Right? Because I'm gonna manifest what I have. And manifestation might take a month, a year, 2 or 3. It's gonna actually take place. But remember one small thing. Faith is a state of mind. That's all it is. It's only a state of mind. Right? Faith is the starting point to accumulate riches. Faith is the starting points of all miracles. Faith is a known antidote for failure. Faith with positive vibrations massively is going to give you success. Here it goes. If a man repeats stuff over and over and over and over again, he's going to believe it. So here it goes. If that's the case, why don't you repeat something over and over and over again, positive, that you want to manifest inside your life? It could be a new job, it could be a car, it could be a wife, it could be whatever, right? We do control this. If you guys do read the Bible, right? Read Mark 11:22 through 26. Phenomenal thing. Guys, thank you guys so much. You guys listen to me. If you guys need any type of coaching, business coaching, mindset, whatever, going through some issues and you want to get over some behavior issues, let me know, guys. It'll be fun. Until the next time, take care and always God bless. Bye for now. Next week, we are going to work on auto suggestion. That's a fun chapter. Until the next time, take care. Always God bless. Bye for now.